so let's start our EMath indices. Okay, so let's take a look at the first question over here. So these are typical questions that I take from school past year paper indices questions. So let's do them together. So I'm going to write out here b minus 6 is cube root over ab minus 3 times 2a squared over 8b. Okay, this is the question. So you need to know that cube root is to the power of 1/3. So we're going to change this to the fraction. So it will be b negative 6 to the power of 1/3 because cube root is 1/3. So ab minus 3 just remain first. So let's do this one. 2a squared. So you see that it's bracket squared. It means that the square belongs to the 2 as well. So 2 squared is 4. A to the power of 2 is just a2. Then the denominator 8b remains the same, no change. So you need to know that the bracket one. So I'm going to write here. So if let's say I have a2, a3. Okay, this rule it's 2 times 3. So it's 2 times 3. So it's a to the power of 6. So over here, this will be negative 6 times 1/3. Okay, negative 6 times 1/3. So that will give you negative 2. So it will be b to the power of negative 2. So this one, no change, no change. I don't like to change too many things at the same time. Next, we handle the negative power. So negative power, you just need to bring up, bring down. So b minus 2, I will bring it down. The b minus 3, I will bring it up. So now it becomes b cubed over ab squared multiplied by 4a squared 8b. So now I can start to cancel. See here, I can simplify. 4 divided by 4, 1 divided by 8, 2. So this b, if I can cancel diagonally. So this one becomes 2 because 3 minus 1 is 2. And you see b squared and b squared. Top got b squared, bottom also got b squared. That means I can cancel the whole thing. Okay, now I'm left with only a squared and a. See, diagonally a and a squared. So I cancel the smaller one, which is the a. This one becomes 2 minus 1, so it's 1. So when I simplify this, I just put one single fraction. Numerator, I only left with a a. Denominator, I still have a 2. So in the end, answer is just a over 2. Done. Okay, over here in this question, I have made use of this is one of the concept, one of the law, and I also make use of this whereby when you know cube root is actually b to the power of 1/3. Okay, and I also make use of changing the negative index. Okay, let's say I have a minus 2 and b minus 3. Okay, they just need to swap. That means if it's negative at the top, you just bring it down. If it's negative at the denominator, to bring it up. So this one becomes b cubed over a2. So in this question, basically I have used all this concept over here. So usually I write in red. It's not directly related to the question, but it's using that the concept of the indices. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So I'm going to write it bigger here. So it's 4c plus 1 divided by 32. C is equal to 0.125. So I have 4, I have 32. You need to know how to recognize that 4 can change to base 2, 32 also can change to base 2. Because 2 to the power of 2 is 4, 2 to the power of 5 is 32. And how about the 0.125? So what I will do is key 0.125 to the calculator and just press equal. And it gives you 1 over 8. 1 over 8 means it's 1 over 2/3. So this one I will change to 2, put the bracket, c plus 1. This will be 2, 5, and then after that c. This will be 1 over 8, correct? Okay, so now this one bracket Okay, I've mentioned that if it's bracket, it is multiply. So over here, we will take 2 times c plus 1. So it becomes 2 to the power of 2c plus 2 divided by 2 to the power of 5 times c is 5c. This is 2 over 3. So I'm going to write at the start here, 1 over 8 is 1 over 2, 3, which is equals to 2 to the power of minus 3. Okay? So here will be 2 to the power of negative 3. So because it's same base, divide, you minus the power. So what I'm going to do is 2c plus 2 minus 5c. Okay, minus 5c. Okay, is equals to 2 to the power of minus 3. So it becomes 2 minus 3c plus 2 equals to 2 to the power of minus 3. So now you have made single base and then the power, correct? So now you can remove the base and you can say, oh, so minus 3c plus 2 is equals to minus 3. So minus 3c is equals to minus 5, and c is equals to minus 5 divided by minus 3, and that gives us 5 over 3. Done. Okay? Okay? So, all clear? Any question on this part? You can ask me. Okay, but of course, please make sure that you ask in a clearer manner so that okay, for those who ask for tougher question, sorry, I'm helping the majority people who are suffering from indices. I'm not helping those who are already very good in indices. You don't need me here, please just swipe away. Okay, the questions I go through is what I'm going to just teach. Okay, don't request for this and that. Please don't be so demanding. Thank you. If you are really very good, you don't need these free lessons. I'm helping those who are really suffering and don't understand indices. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Okay, so this one I'm going to write it bigger. So it's y squared multiplied by cube root y5. So this is easy. So this is y squared. Okay, remember just now I already teach you cube root is to the power of 1/3. So this one become y5 to the power of 1/3. And 5 times 1/3 is just 5 over 3. So it's y2, y5 over 3. Same base, multiply, you add the power. So it's just y2 plus 5 over 3. And we will get y to the power of 11 over 3. Done. Okay, so this one tricky is like just now question 1 we already mentioned. Cube root you need to change to 1/3. So the y5 keep it first to the power of 1/3. So you do 5 times 1/3, you get 5 over 3. So since it's same base multiply, you add the power. So I get y to the power of 2 plus 5 over 3. So 2 plus 5 over 3, of course, you press the calculator, you get 11 over 3. And that's the final answer. Okay? It's only 1 mark. Because it's pretty straightforward. It's only one alphabet Y. It's only whether you know how to. The worksheet, you can't get it now because I will have to write a solution. Then tomorrow, Sam will upload to the portal. Upload to the Telegram. For now, you will refer to this and you can take screenshot if you want. Okay? Then a question, the PDF will only be uploaded tomorrow. Go to my bio. Okay, go to my bio and then after that, click on the last button that will go to my Telegram channel. Okay? Okay, so next. Expand and simplify. Okay, I'm going to write out the bigger one. A square and 16 to the power of negative half divided by A3. Okay, this look very complex. Okay, this look very complex. So we will do it slowly. Okay, we will do it slowly. So what I'm going to do is, remember power. Okay, power. So power means that I'm going to, okay, this one I'm going to just multiply in. So it becomes 2 times negative half. So it becomes A minus 1. This one becomes 16 to the power of minus half. This one I keep it as this one first. I don't change it first. I don't change this first. Then let's settle the negative index. Okay, the A minus 1 is negative at the numerator. So I'm going to bring it down. Then the denominator 16 to the power of negative half. It is negative index again, right? So I'm going to bring it up. So that means, in other words, these two will swap. So it becomes 16 to the power of half over A to the power of 1, which I don't have to write the 1. And at the same time, I'm going to change this to multiply. You can flip this. So it becomes 1 over A3. 16 to the power of half. Just now I teach you all that to the power of 1/3 is cube root. So you also need to know to the power of half means is square root. So this is 16 to the power of half means square root 16, which will give you 4. So this is 4 over A times 1 over A cubed. So in the end, I get 4 over A to the power of 4. And we are done. Okay. Normal acad maths also learn indices. So these are also applicable for you. Okay. So indices is taught in both normal acad as well as express. So today's lessons is applicable for both express as well as normal acad. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Yes. This one. 5k times 5 over cube root 5 equals to 125. So they asked to find the value of k. So let's do step by step. Okay, 5k times 5k. This is actually 5 to the power of 1, correct? Same base multiply, you add the power. So my numerator becomes 5k plus 1. Denominator, by now you should know cube root is to the power of 1/3. So it becomes 5 to the power of 1/3. So 5 to the power of 1/3 equals to 125 is 5 to the power of 3. So I'm going to put 5 to the power of 3. Okay, the worksheet will not be ready today. So for now, you all learn, right? I will suggest that, remember, I will copy the question, right? So you can use foolscap, copy the question, and then do it together with me, okay? The actual PDF, you can get it downloaded like tomorrow through the Telegram channel, okay? If let's say you feel that I'm going too fast, or maybe you want to recap with the same PDF, you can always go to the YouTube channel and go and find the TikTok dated 1st May, and it will be exactly what I go through today. Then you can revise a second time together. Okay, like to now you listen, you hear, maybe you can only absorb 60 to 70%. Then after that, maybe 1 or 2 days later, you watch the YouTube channel, the video, and you try the questions yourself again. Then you will know that, you learned already, absorb 100%. Okay, so that's the best way you can learn. Okay, now this one, this is same base divide. So when it's same base divide, you minus the power. So it becomes 5k plus 1 minus 1/3 equals to 5 to the power of 3. So now you see both sides 5, 5 already, right? I can remove the 5 and therefore say that k plus 1 minus 1/3 equals to 3. So your k becomes 3 minus 1 plus 1/3, and that gives you, where is my difference? 7 over 3. And you are done. Express learn indices. Some school learn in Sec 2, some school learn in Sec 3. Yeah? Okay. I already did algebra so many times already. Go to my YouTube channel and go and take a look. Okay, over here, next. 4 divided by 3x minus 2. Okay, for myself, for my practice, good for you. Okay, for myself, for divide, I like to write it in fraction form. So this one, I will rewrite as 4 divided by 3x minus 2. And remember just now I mentioned, when the power is negative, you just need to swap. So it is negative at the denominator, so you could bring it up. So common mistake is when students bring up, they also bring the 3 up. But you must understand the 3 is standalone. The 3 is standalone. The negative 2 belongs to only the x. So when you bring the x to the power of negative 2 up, you only bring the x to the power of negative 2. So it is 4, 3, x, 2. Okay, you can leave your answer in this form, or you can write it as 4/3 x squared also can. When it's at the numerator, you can put it in the middle. Okay, so either way also can. This one or this one also can. Just give one of the answer. Okay, so let's move on. So this one, 7x squared y to the power of 0 divided by 4x3 to the power of negative 1. So first, anything to the power of 0 is 1. So actually this first term over here, you can just say, oh, actually the whole thing is 1. So it becomes just 1 divided by, this one I shall put it as this, you see, is 4x3 over 1 to the power of negative 1. Okay, I just put it over 1. Then what do I do? Because this is negative index, negative minus 1. So one way to make it positive is you can swap the inside, flip. So this become 1 divide, no change. So this one flip become 1 over 4x cubed to the power of 1. Yes, flip the fraction. So now it becomes this. Then how we're going to do this one is, this is 1 over 1 divided by 1 over 4x cubed. Change the divide to multiply, so it becomes 1 over 1 times 4x cubed over 1. So in the end, answer is just 4x cubed. Okay, so what I did was, over here, anything to the power of 0, give me 1. And what I did here was, if let's say today, example, you have 2/3 to the power of negative 2, example. Okay, I want to change to negative 2 to positive 2. I just need to flip the fraction. So it becomes 3 over 2 to the power of 2. And then 2 means 3 to the power of 2, and then 2 to the power of 2, it becomes 9 over 4. Okay? Okay, let's move on. So 27k equals to 3 to the power of 25 divided by 81. So you need to know how to recognize, oh, I see 27, I see 3, I see 81. Look at the smallest number. The smallest number in this case is 3. So you will have to find ways to change your 27 to base 3, 81 to base 3. So 27 is 3 to the power of 3 is 27. So this one becomes 3 to the power of 3k. 3 to the power of 25 remain. 81 is 3 to the power of 4. So with that, 3 to the power of 3k of course will remain. This side, because same base divide, you minus the power. So it becomes 325 minus 4. So you end up having 3 to the power of 3k equals to 3 to the power of 21. Then now, oh, easy. Remove the base, and now you have 3k equals to 21, k equals to 7. Done. Yes, compare the power. Okay. Good. Okay. Next, this question 5, 3 marks question. Let's see. Let's write out the question first. 2x cubed multiplied by 25x squared over 4y4 to the power of half. So actually, indices, the laws are always fixed. Okay? The laws are always fixed. So what you need to do is, don't be too ambitious. Use log. Which one use log? This is EMath. Logarithm is only for A math. You cannot use logarithm. And you don't have to use logarithm. What? How do you use logarithm for this question? Or do you say this one? This one is not an equation. Definitely, I believe you're not talking about this one. If you're referring to this question using logarithm, which part you want to use logarithm? You use logarithm only when you cannot change them to the same base. But this one you can change them to the base 3 and then just compare the power. So you don't need to use logarithm. Okay? Imagine you use logarithm, you reach here. Okay, you reach here, you need to do. Then after that, you still need to do log 3 and log 3. It's not practical. And anyway, this is EMath, so you're not allowed to use logarithm. Logarithm is only A math. Yeah, it's EMath. So over here, you can see that, wow, this one like very complex, very complex. So let's do step by step. So 2x cubed will not change anything, just remain as it is. We are going to do this one. So power half. Okay, power half. So let's do, so 25 to the power of half. So that means this one I will write 25 to the power of half. This one will become 2 times half, so it's x to the power of 1. 4 to the power of half. 4 times half, which is 2, so it becomes y2. Okay? So 2x cubed will still remain the same. Now I'm going to just put over 1. Okay, by now you should know to the power of half is square root. So square root 25 is 5. So this is 5x. Square root 4 is 2, so it's 2y squared. So what I can do is I can combine now into a single. So what I can cancel the 2, 2. Do you see that the diagonal got 2? I can cancel the 2 and the 2. So now I will have 5 x cubed times x. So I have x to the power of 4. Denominator I have a y squared. And we are done. Okay, so what I did was I settled the power first. So 25 to the power of half, x to the power of 2 times half. So it's x to the power of 1. Denominator also do the same thing. Then after that we do it separately first. Okay, then after that simplify. Okay, so that's for question 5. Okay, so for those who are not so I just launched my this year 2022 June 2022 O Level crash course. So if you are interested, same thing, go to my bio. The very first top button will be the link to my crash course. Okay, whatever you want to ask about the crash course is all there. All the FAQ are there. Okay, what is it about? What does it consist of? Okay, what will I get? Blah blah blah. Everything is there. Okay, whatever question you think of, I already thought of the question, and everything is all on the website. Okay, so I also make it very straightforward. You want, you sign up. You don't want, then you just leave the website, and then after that move on to other place. Okay, let's make it very straightforward thing. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. This one shouldn't be too tough. Okay. Like I mentioned, when I see divides, you see whole term divide by this whole term. So I'm going to write a fraction. Okay, I will write it as 24a cubed b squared. Divide, I put it as over 36a 2b minus 2. So what I did was I just changed something divided by something into a fraction. Okay, then question 7. Yeah, this one is a common mistake that students make. That we will do it together later. Okay, now look at question 6. Okay, then you look at it. You can see that, okay, I know we can simplify further, but before I simplify, we have to settle and make sure that we don't see any negative power first. So I see a b minus 2 there. So I'm going to bring my b minus 2 to the upstairs. Okay, when I bring it upstairs, the power change to positive. So don't be so ambitious to change everything. So just keep one thing at a time. So this one same, everything same. Only this b minus 2 bring it up. So it becomes b2 here. So now I have 2b2, right? b2 means it's b to power 4. So now it becomes 24a cubed b4 over 36a2. Now we can start to simplify. So 24 and 36, if you don't know how to simplify, just press the calculator for fraction. 24 over 36, it gives me 2/3. So cancel 2, cancel 3. Okay, now a3 and a2. Cancel the smaller one, a square. 3 minus 2, so I left with 1 more a. B got no friend, stand alone, b4. So that means my final answer, wrong color. It will be 2a, b4, and 3. So you can leave your answer in this form, or this a, b4, I can put it in the middle. So it's 2/3 a, b4. So either one also can. Okay, either one also can. So this is how I do this question 6. Okay, what I did was I divide, change to fraction, settle the negative index first. Okay, simplify a bit first, which my simplified here is only b2 become b4. Then I start to simplify. Cancel, make it simplest form. Okay, cancel the common one. This one bottom is a2, a3, a2 means I just cancel the small one. 3 minus 2, I get 1. Then I simplify further. Okay, let's move on. So someone say that he usually get the question 7 wrong. So let me write out the question. So it's 4 to the power of 6 equals to 1 over 4n times 4. So they ask you to find the unknown n. For this case, right, some students say, can I change to base 2? Not say cannot, but I don't think it's necessary for us to change to base 2. Okay, so what I can do is I just keep it as 4, 6. This one, the bottom is actually 4 to the power of 1. So if you notice, the bottom is 4 times 4, same base. So I'm going to just add the power. So this one will just be 4m plus 1. So I need to compare, right? But now it's not ready to compare because my right hand side, the 4 is at the bottom. So I'm going to bring it up. So be careful, this is m plus 1. If I'm going to bring it up, actually I'm going to the whole thing times -1, right? So 4, 6 equals to 4 to the power of negative n plus 1. I must put bracket. So because when you times -1, you have to make sure you times to the n times to the plus 1. So in the end, you get 4, 6, 4 to the power of minus n minus 1. So of course, common mistake, students bring it up, they say 4 minus n plus 1. They never multiply the plus 1 with the negative 1. Then they get it wrong. So now I remove the base 4. So therefore I get 6 equals to minus n minus 1. This one bring over. So n equals to minus 1 minus 6. My n is equals to -7. Okay? Okay, let's move on. Question 8. Okay, I think I did previously. I also did indices live before. So you can always go to my TikTok. You can always go to my YouTube channel. There's a lot of past TikTok live that I did. Okay. My answer was too close. Oh, you still got it wrong just now. You still get it wrong. Okay, common mistake. Just I mentioned already. Common mistake is when students bring it up, they never put the bracket. Then they will forget to change the plus 1 to minus 1. Then they will get it wrong. Okay? Okay, this one. This should be, okay, this is easy. This is 1 over a to the power of minus 2. So remember just now I teach you that once you have a fraction, even if it's not a fraction, okay, even if it's not a fraction, even if it's like things like, for this case, let's say for example, it is a, and then they put minus 2. Yeah, so now you remember, must put bracket, must put bracket. Can tell you 9 out of 10 students, that's the mistake that they make. So this type, remember when I say the power is negative, you flip the fraction inside, right? So what if inside is not a fraction, but we can make it a fraction? A is just a over 1. So you can just put it as like a over 1. Then it become a fraction already, right? Then you flip the inside, so it become 1 over a to the power of 2. Again, this one is not related to this. This is not related to this. I'm just showing you the how you flip things when it is not a fraction. Just put over 1. So this one means I'm going to just flip the inside, so it become a over 1 to the power of 2. Okay, so a over 1 is just a. So in the end, this is just a squared. This one, 2x0, y4 bracket 3. First, remember just now we mentioned that we have anything to the power of 0 is 1. So take note that to the power 0 only belongs to the x. So actually only this one is 1. Only this one is 1. It does not affect the 2, does not affect the y4. So it becomes 2, 1. So it's 2y4, 3. And remember, this cube belongs to the 2. It also belongs to the y4. So it's 2 to the power of 3 and y to the power of 4 times 3, which is 12. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. So in the end, this answer is just 8y12. Okay. Actually, this question is not tough, but because they use the number 8 and 16, a lot of students know that, I know 8 times 2 is 16. Then they will figure out how, then they will go and do divide by 8, correct? But no, this one is not using 8. They just purposely to put there to trick you. You need to change the 8 to base 2. Change to base 2. So 8 we change to 2 to the power of 3. So it becomes 2 to the power of 3. This is 2 to the power of 4. So this one becomes 2 to the power of 3x, and this one 2 to the power of 4. Now you can remove the base and you can say 3x equals to 4 and x is equals to 4 over 3. Simple. Okay, the next question, though, is 3 marks, but I don't think it's worth 3 marks because I think it's very straightforward. Well, I realized today I go very fast. Indices too easy. As in like, I teach until I also teach so many times during TikTok. Okay? I did quite a few live about indices. Even my normal TikTok posts, I also put some indices question. So we have A3 times A4 divided by A square root equals to AK. This one, very straightforward. All you need to know is when we have square root is to the power of half. So this is A3 times A4 divided by A to the power of half equals to AK. So same base, multiply and divide. So the multiply I just add, divide I just minus. So this one simply is A 3 plus 4 minus half equals to A equals to K. So therefore, you become K equals to 3 plus 4 minus half, whereby K is equals to 6.5. Okay, you want to put it as 6.5 also can. Okay, you want to put it as 13 over 2 also can. Either one works. Teacher, in your YouTube channel you post about IGCSE method. No, I haven't So for the time being, I will only be focusing on Singapore Math. IGCSE, if you want to see how I revise my IGCSE, you can take a look at the other TikTok account. I have two TikTok accounts. This is Teacher Kangie _SG Math. The other one is Teacher Kangie _IGCSE Maths. Okay, so follow that account. I'm taking the exam this year, 20th May. I'm taking my paper 1. Okay, so how come square root become half? It is the rule. Square root, there's an invisible 2. Okay, it is 1/2, so it's half. Cube root is 1/3. 4 root is 1/4. Okay, so fraction wise, you all need to know. I see A34. You all need to know that the denominator goes to the root. So for this case, this is 4 root A. So the power 3, okay, you can put it inside or outside, also doesn't matter. So even if you put it this way, it is also correct. You want to put it as 4 root, then to the power of 3 also can. Okay, so this is how you handle fraction power. Okay. Okay, so let's do some, let's see what I can say in general. Okay, so if let's say I have something like, okay, this is some additional questions that I want to go through. Let me go and open up something. Give me a moment. Okay, so while waiting for me, can you please help me to like and share? For those who haven't followed me, please remember to follow me. For those who haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel until now, please go to my link and click on the second last button. Help me to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Okay, let's do some additional question. Okay, if let's say I have this question. 3x 3/2 is equals to 8. Okay, we say we want to solve x. How do we solve this? This is EMath, this is not A-math. So how do we solve x? Okay, how do we solve x? So first, we're going to bring the 3 over. Okay, we're going to bring the 3 over first. So it means it's x 3/2 is equals to 8/3. Okay, some students say, okay, because you see, when we know, example, when we know x half is equals to 8, example, we know that we have to change this to 1. All we need to do is square both sides. Right? Because we know square root, to get rid of the square root, we square both sides. But why is that so? Because half times 2 give me 1. And that's how I get x to the power of 1. Right? So now, the same concept, let's say come back to here. This is x to the power of 3, 2. So I just need to do something whereby the power become 1. So you ask yourself, 3/2 times what will give you 1? 3/2 times question mark will give you 1. Okay, so actually it's just 3/2 times 2/3. Because we know we can cancel the 2, 2, 3, 3 and become 1. So that means I will just to the power of 2/3 and to the power of 2/3. So it becomes x to the power of 1 equals to 8/3 to the power of 2/3. Okay, so it's just x equals to 8/3 2/3. So for this question, I don't think this is I randomly come out with a question. So I don't think it's a nice number. So I just want to highlight to you that you just need to change to the power of something to make it 1. Yeah, for this case, it's a funny number, so you can either leave your answer in this form, or you can just give 3SF, which is 1.9229, round it off to 3SF, 1.92. Okay? Okay, let's try one more question over here. Two more. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one. 2x 25 is equals to 100. Okay, so how do we do this question? So same thing, just now I've mentioned. Okay, we want to change the 25 to become 1, right? So what we can do is, I just do all to the power of 5 over 2 to the power of 5 over 2. Do the same to both sides. Okay? So now this one becomes 2/5 times 5, 2 is 1. So it becomes just 2x to the power of 1 equals to this one. You can just press a calculator for 100 to the power of 2.5. 5 over 2 and 2.5 is the same thing. So it's 100,000. So in the end, my x is just 100,000 divided by 2. Okay, which is 50,000. Done. Okay, one last question. Let's do one last question. Okay. 3x plus 2 to the power of negative 3 over 2 is equals to 1 over 64. Okay, how do we do this question? Okay, I also can do the same concept like what I just teach you. Okay, we can do square bracket, do the same thing on both sides. So I want to change the minus 3 over 2 to 1, right? So I times what? I times a negative because I want positive 1. So this negative, then I just need to make sure that I times a negative. So this is 3 over 2, so this one is 2/3. Okay, so now it becomes 3x plus 2 to the power of 1, of course. And now this one is 1 over 64 to the power of minus 2/3. So now we can do this. See, this right hand side power, the power is negative, so I'm going to flip the inside. So this one becomes 64 to the power of 2/3. So this 64 to the power of 2/3, you can key to the calculator. In fraction, 2/3. And you get 16. So this is 3x plus 2 equals to 16. 3x equals to 14. X equals to 14 over 3. Done. I already mentioned square root is half. Square root is half. Square root. There's an invisible 2. So it is x to the power of half. Okay? You need to know that square root is to the power of half. It's just that square root, we don't put a 2 there. Okay, square root, we don't put a 2, but it means there's an invisible 2 there. So square root, you need to know is to the power of half. Okay, yeah, so these are some typical questions that students might start. So I have teach you now a trick is, when you see funny power number, this kind of funny fraction, okay, just multiply it by some fraction to make it 1. Understand? Just do a power whereby you can make this to one whole. Okay, so these additional questions will also be uploaded together with the solution I did just now.